welcome to NIGHTCAP, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that are making us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and this is my trusty Black Russian, and my co-host is Joy. I'm a real vlogger, Nickens. Hello, Joy. How are you?
I am doing pretty well with my ghetto vodka because it is hot where I currently am staying. So, oh Jesus!
When you said po, I thought you were gonna say my Popo Springs.
Oh no, I was trying to figure out not to call it Poland Springs, but then I was like, oh crap, vodka, but it is actually water.
I just think it would have been funny if it was like Popo Springs, because it's like
over here.
Because you were like ghetto, yeah.
My ghetto Popo Springs.
Excellent. So, how did the break treat you? Do anything fun?
Well, I went down to my parents' house for Memorial Day weekend. I know it wasn't planned, but I ended up going down there, and I had a great time. Hung out with them, and it's good to my parents for granted, and I definitely learned that this weekend. And you know that was gonna be a little too mushy to talk about. Side note, I definitely appreciate and love my parents very much, and cannot I have for them. So all positive vibes. How about you? How was your weekend, sir?
I did some street performing.
Ooh.
So on Friday night, I was out and about street performing on the Asbury Park Boardwalk. So if my computer was if my systems were all together, I'd be able to show you a picture, except for my system is not together and I have one picture, but it's like stupid. So yay for technology not working. And hello, welcome. We have somebody watching, and it is Jim.
Yes, Woo! I'd like to thank Jim because Jim came to me like a couple minutes ago and was like, hey, and I was like, yeah, it is. So then I reposted the blog because I meant to do it earlier, and then I went to karate, and then I was like, I came home and ate, and I was like, all right, we gotta get ready for the show. So yeah, thank you, Jim. And I still don't understand chips. I don't understand it yet.
You know what's
telling me? Mm-hmm. Telling me about chips. I'm not understanding what he means. I'm not that good when it comes to riddles and stuff. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Jim might be psychic because I actually had like 2 handfuls of tortilla chips from Trader Joe's before like jumping on.
Ooh.
I know, that was like, you didn't even see that, like when I was like naked, like running around with the towel. I do really weird stuff before the show. I was just running around like and I was like, I'm not hungry because I worked a double today. And I was
trying to Ricky for working doubles and jobs. Like you are a hustler though. Applause to you.
I'm a hot mess, and I'm working on the 3rd job, but now I'm seeing if I could take a leave of absence, but I have a feeling corporate's gonna be like, no. So I don't know. We'll get on with that when I do my new segment called Frothing.
Frothing. Like frothing at the mouth, yeah, but not frothing.
And also like steaming milk, it's frothing the milk. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to frothing. Are you smarter than a beauty pageant contestant?
Yay! Me gusta.
Beauty pageant contestant. Yeah. All right.
Usually not.
So my question, since it is June, my question is, if you were a beauty pageant contestant, what do you think would be the best activity for a child to do on their spring break or on their summer vacation? What do you think is most important for children to do?
I would say travel. You have the free time as a parent. You have to expose your child to other cultures and other areas besides your county, because I've seen people that have never left their county of their state. And it's, that's not saying that everyone has the money to afford that, but, try to get your borders crossed, because, how are you supposed to have your child be a well-rounded person to be someone that can handle the outside world if you've never let them leave your backyard? Like, that's insane. So if you have 3 months, June, July, and August, try to get them out there, expose them to get on a plane, get on a boat, go to camp. If you can't do that, if you don't have the money and you don't have the time to travel because you have to work, to a different camp or some type of activity, and let them go wild. Don't take them to the zoo and then don't watch them for 10 minutes and then they end up in the gorilla thing. Just, watch them. Love your children. I would like to ask this question back to you, Ricky. If you, contestant, what activity would you have your children do for a summer break?
I would probably have to say the most important thing for a child to do over the summertime is work. The reason why I say it's important for them to work is because a strong work ethic can definitely shape the minds and bodies of a child. And it's interesting when I say the word work, when they are, 14 and up, a legitimate part-time job is important. But if they're younger, then it's important to, give back to the community and find ways to help out elders, and sort
volunteering.
Volunteering, absolutely. But the only issue with that is the fact that it is also time consuming for the parent. So if you find organizations for your kids to really work with, that can be helpful in shaping a great experience for the community as a whole.
Wise words.
I think that was probably one of the best answers we've had on here.
Very wise. Because I didn't work until I got out of high school, so I was like, I'm not working for nobody unless I have to.
You're like, Daddy,
please.
There's a new Final Fantasy game, Daddy. And
may I please have it?
I'm your prince, and Joy, where do you think these Final Fantasy games come from? Do you think they come from trees? Yes, I will get it for you, Joy. But
I begged for my PS3 so I can play my games. So I definitely after that I was like, I need a job because I can't keep asking my dad for stuff. So yes, put the kids to work.
And hit kids. No, that I did not say that. Now that I'm getting older, I find that I am just completely I say things that I don't mean, and they could be totally misconstrued, and I don't even care. Just beat the kids. They deserve it.
I mean, but in all honesty, some of them do. It's not that you need to be going off with the smacks and beating them with a belt, but I'm not gonna have a child disrespect me. And children have this new sense of fearlessness.
Yes.
Not be tolerated. That's what's going on.
Yes.
Don't think that you won't do anything or you'll call DIFUS or, and kids just live recklessly. And I'm like, no, you're going to have to get a beat down every once in a while. Get it? Don't say it wasn't for nothing. Just don't be beating children for no reason unless you are the devil and you are a satanist and you like doing that.
In which case you're a horrible person, and why are you watching this show?
Right, but every beating I got, every warning I got, every stern talking to, and every disappointment I received from my parents was a given. I deserved to be yelled at that time. So it's all up to parenting, and I do feel bad that when parents try to the government and people are like, oh my God, how dare you? But that doesn't mean you have to beat your children. I've seen tons of relationships where they don't and they're fine.
But you know what? That's because those kids are good. And you know what's weird too? I'm going to change the subject, but it deals with social norms that like people like.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about people not minding their own business. And okay. Oh, Joy, the moment that I heard Joy go, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
My mother has a dog, and did I tell this story yet on the air? About my mother has a dog named Sophie. Sophie likes to sit in the car. Sophie likes to sit in the car like when it's like wintertime, when it's springtime, and the summertime when it's rolled down the window. Like Sophie loves the car. Sophie legitimately loves the car. So wintertime when it's like, you know, like 60 degrees out. So it's not hot and it's not cold. It's 60 degrees. You know, people are making a stink next to my parents' car. Like, you know, I'm an advocate for animals. And like my mom is like, the dog likes it in the car, and also it's none of your damn business.
Ooh. Oh God. You have those people after you.
Because okay, so let's say you have your dog leashed on, you know, on a bench, then you have to worry about what people are gonna do to your dog. Okay? And you can't bring the dog inside, and the dog likes it. So
so it's a conundrum.
That should be a new segment called Mind Your Damn Business.
Yeah, it's the best. Yes, it's so true.
Mind your damn business.
Just, what is it? MYDB.
MYDB. Mind your damn business.
Because ain't nobody asked you to come all up in my biscuits. Because I'm getting it from the Casey Musgraves song. It's like, mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Why are you all up being... Yeah.
All I have to say is, people that walk past a car where a dog is not in danger, all I have to say is, mind your damn business. Thank you.
Now, just in case, has your mother ever thought about, again, people should just mind their own damn business, but like, do you ever think about maybe she like would make a sign on the door that's like, the dog is fine, leave it alone. Like,
I said that to my mom.
I was like, walk away.
I was like, you should have a sign that says like, dog likes sitting in car. Temperature is blank. And then have like a thermostat. Just be like, temperature.
Prove.
Right. Like, dog likes sitting in car. And also, mind your damn business.
Right. Because there are too many people out here that will put their lives on the line for shit that doesn't even, for things that doesn't even need attention on. But drowning in the ocean and people are on their camera phones not even willing to help. People are getting, you know, raped out here. People are getting attacked, slashed in the face, and I don't see anybody going up and asking me if I'm okay. You know, not me, but just like victims out here. There are tons of people going through stuff that people need to be nosy about, and they're just like,
you know what? That's because people want to be a hero when we don't need a hero. But when it's time, when somebody's calling for help and somebody's, nobody's remembering what that person looked like.
I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about? What? I don't know.
Well, you know, in psychology, there actually is, there's a term for it about, like, it's like sheep syndrome, and that's if there's an apartment building and if all of the houses can hear somebody getting mugged or raped, they don't call because they expect that somebody else would have called.
Yes, I have learned about that.
It's like sheep and herd syndrome. It's like herd syndrome. It's where everybody believes that somebody else would have done it, and then, but it's funny though, because the moment that like another person is like, oh, should I call? Then the other people are like, yes. And then they all like work together in tandem, which is so weird.
Man, I've always wanted to be someone like that actually does call when it came to like car accidents, you know, things like that. Whoa. You're trying to attack me? What happened?
Ah, look at that.
There's a woman. Oh, is that you?
It is me. Look, I found the picture. Look at me. There's me and a strange girl. They were a big fan from last year, so when they came around, I was like, oh, she can take my like she can use my phone. Like I trusted them. It's not like a super stranger, you know, her friend.
Oh yeah, and then they just take off with your phone running and all that.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel street performing?
It feels like home. It feels like home, and I got into it because I was working at Borders like 8 or 9 years ago, and they cut down on my hours. And Borders Express at the Monmouth Mall.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was working at the Borders Express at the mall, and they cut down all my hours because the holiday season just ended, and I was like, fine, well then I'm gonna like do something on my own. And then I decided I was gonna be a street performer, and I went out one day, and that was it.
You need like a permit or anything for that? Like they don't police you, or they're not gonna be weird about it, or what?
I have a license. Back in the day, they didn't have a license system, but
oh wow.
now that they have a license, I actually don't mind paying for it, just because I'm like I'm allowed to be there, and I feel like there's like a sense of entitlement when you're allowed, when you're physically allowed to be someplace, as opposed to being like, oh man, I hope they don't bother me. Like no, like the cops, they wave to me, they make sure I'm fine. So
oh, thank goodness.
Right. And like
No, I was gonna say, what was this like? Did you have any ideas what to do when you first started, or was it just like, I've had this in my idea drawer since like 3 years ago, I'm just gonna do it?
So my favorite musician, Amanda Palmer, I watched like probably a couple of years prior, or probably 3 or 4 years prior, I watched an interview with her, and like it showed her like preparing, because she did it as well. So I was like, I can see myself doing that. I went to school for theater. I could see myself doing that. Like, I could do that. So I legitimately did it. And probably the hardest thing about like being a statue, or I always say I'm statuing. Like if I'm texting somebody, I'm like, oh, hold on. Like I can't talk right now. I'm statuing. Like I make it like an action. The hardest thing is saying like, okay, I'm going to go outside on a Friday, Saturday night, and I'm going to not hang out with my friends or my family or go to events. I'm just going to street perform. And the thing that's interesting is because most people have off on the weekends. And so I'm picking the peak moments where you would hang out with somebody. And I'm saying, I'm going to focus all my time and energy on this. And I'm going to basically force myself to not move, or to to be silent for 3, 4, 5 hours, which is hard after doing regular work all week.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my street performing. How about your karate testing, Miss Joy?
I applaud you, because I've never even thought about doing that. Like, because I'm afraid, not because I'm just like, oh, that's it. No, I just never thought about doing that.
Really?
No. And do what? I just.
And you saw me, so I'm like, am I okay at my job?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what you do. Like when I see you in person, it's like you've already done this forever. You already had an experience in it, and that's why I was asking, because I realized I don't think I've ever asked you those questions before, and I just never, like, there's not even a thought of how you would even start that. So that's why I was like, what happened?
Yeah, well, with me, like anything else in the world, I kind of just wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And like, see that dollar bill there? There's a little boy. There's a little boy. He's so cute. He's like a little black boy that had like raspberry he had like raspberry icy all over himself and like all over his hands, and his mom gave him $1 to give to me. So it was all over the dollar, and like he drops it into the bucket, and he was the sweetest little thing ever. And like I like shook his hand. I shook his hand, and he gave me a hug, which is always the cutest thing in the world because I never like hug kids because like I don't know. I just don't want them to be like.
It's just like weird.
I don't want them to be like like what was it? Tigger touched me. So like I don't like hug kids like that just because of that reason. And so like, but every once in a while, a kid will like legitimately like hug me. And so I remembered the fact that that little boy hugged me. So when I was counting out my money, I always kept that dollar bill to the side and I like marked it. That way it would always know. And I would put it back in my thing as like my starter money. And then eventually I hung it, and I'm happy that I framed it because somebody stole my tip jar. So if I wouldn't have done that, then I would have lost that dollar. So I have the little boy's dollar bill, and it's like, because like now he's probably like 6 and like a brat, but I don't know. Once upon a time he was like 3 and like cute. And I just want to say, hello to Rodney. Welcome back. We were talking about the fact that Joy was asking me some questions because I am a street performer and I'm a statue. And so that's me filling you in. And Joy took a karate test, the first one in years, right, Joy?
Yes. I haven't taken any type of karate in years. And I got the notice that test, and I got so nervous that I, like forgot stuff. And now that I'm a grown adult, I don't know how these things work. They didn't explain to me what was going to happen. So at the end, I was like, can I have a redo? Like, I feel so bad. And he's like, no. But I felt bad that I passed it, even though I didn't really do the katas right. And he's like, Joy, it's not about you doing the katas right. I know you can do them right. I've seen you every week. I know you know it. It's not because you're doing it wrong. I just need to see your progress and what you're doing. I know what you have to work on. And I was like, oh my God, you're like my dad. Like, what? So, it was definitely shocking that I even got anything. And I was just happy that I got that chance. And you just wake up and do something one day and you do it. Mm-hmm. I put off karate for years. And I always kept saying, I just didn't have the money for it. I just, where am I going to have the dispensable income to just do a hobby for years?
You make time for it. You make time for it. And I believe, I'm going to say welcome back, Rodney.
Yes.
And Rodney, I believe Rodney wants to know what style of karate you take.
Now, but I'm taking Shidokan. Mm-hmm. I'm Shidokan Okinawan karate.
Okay.
Karate do. I'm trying to type it. Okinawa.
Awesome. Did I ever tell you that?
Nice.
Did I ever tell you that I did karate?
Yes, but I don't know what style, and I don't know. I think you said you stopped in high school?
I did Black Hat Kempo.
Black Cat Kempo?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How was that?
It was really cool. I did it for 3-4 years. I made it all the way up to red belt. I don't
know any. Ronnie, I may have gotten it wrong. I know I should know by now, but I thought it was Shidokan. Hold on, I'm sure it's.
She has to double check. All right, so
okay.
So while Joy is looking up her karate stuff, I'm going to talk about Beachbody Workout Group on Facebook. In case you don't know, people are insane, and they make Facebook groups that are basically support groups for losing weight. And I joined one.
How do you feel about that? And I was correct. It was Shidokan. I know my dojo now.
Yeah. Dojo Casino. It's all in the
right. That's another side topic. Because freaking I'm Jammerland me.
Oh my gosh. I feel good about joining this group. I kind of joined as a joke. I thought it would be funny if all these people were like, I thought it would be funny if all these people were like, like exercising and dieting, and then like I just posted pictures of like me eating ice cream, and then at the end of the month being like, wow, I can't believe I gained 2 pounds. Like,
Really? What?
I was thinking about making a joke of it, but then after seeing like
Yeah.
how hard all these people worked, I was like, I can't do that. I was like, that's just like a
slap in the face.
It's like a slap in the face. So then like I had to post like my goals, like I don't know. So I posted like my goals.
Aww.
And like my goals are like super easy. Like my goals are to like exercise more days a week than not. Eat fruit every single day, drink more water, and like limit indulgences to 1 a day, which I think is like, yeah, right. I like can't do that, but like I think the goal is to like try.
Yeah.
And then like try not to fail.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that you even involved yourself in it, because a lot of people, like you said, would just be like, oh, this is stupid. But you're actually going for it. And of course, Rodney and Jim are here. And of course, we're here for you and support.
I know, except for I think the funniest thing is like Rodney was like laughing at my explanation of like if I like did the opposite. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat a whole bunch of soy ice cream and just like enjoy myself. Like I gained 10 pounds, why? And then have like all the people say like, are you sure? But I don't know. I lost a lot of weight a couple of years ago, and then I quit smoking, so it was kind of like my excuse. It was sort of like my excuse to like I can do whatever I want because I quit smoking. But now I'm to the point where I'm like I like quit smoking in October, so like I'm like I quit smoking
November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's been like 7 months.
Yes. So like
not to remind you, but just well, how do you feel about that? Because I
am super happy. I only had 1 slip up. Just in general, which I hadn't had a slip up until probably within this month. I had a slip up, but it was interesting though because I was good for like 6 months, and then something happened, and I like did it, and like I instantaneously like I didn't regret it, but like it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. So I think that kind of like snapped me out of it because like for all that time I was like, oh, my life would be better if I just had to smoke cigarettes, and my life would be better if I just smoked cigarettes. So then I smoked a cigarette, and I was like, first and foremost, I couldn't inhale, which I didn't know would happen. So I couldn't inhale. I couldn't enjoy it. And then so like for the remainder of the day, like I smoked cigarettes, but like at the end of that night, I like threw them out, and like I was fine. Like it's like I snapped out of it.
Ugh, I'm not. I mean, I'm happy because your body, I guess, has readjusted itself. Where it's like, it sounds like it was kind of like that. Like it just started rejecting it again. But yeah. I just feel bad because cigarettes are a lot of money.
Oh yeah, so like I bought a pack of cigarettes only to like throw out like what I didn't smoke.
Why didn't you just give it to somebody else? Like, did you give it to Maggie or something?
No? Well, I don't know. It's like symbolic to be like, I'm throwing these out. I don't need this.
Okay, because I didn't know Maggie smoked until
Maggie smokes like a fiend. My roommate smokes like a fiend, and I don't smoke anymore. So it's interesting. It's like a matter of like strength of will.
Because I had no idea until when I saw it. I was like, oh, snap, you smoke cigarettes? Like, I didn't know that. This is not to be for judgment, but I definitely am like, what? But I don't understand. Do certain things, like, especially before when you mentioned when it came to, like, weight loss and stuff. And I've seen that with models. A lot of, especially Korean people, too. Not to put people out there like that, but a lot of people smoke cigarettes and they do maintain a certain weight, or they just get thinner. But then there's a lot of people that smoke cigarettes and they're not fit. So I'm trying to figure out what is the correlation between cigarettes and...
I would probably say that the correlation between having a smaller frame and smoking is the fact that you could use it as a substitution for food. So as a replacement for like if you're hungry, like, oh, I'm gonna use it as a hunger suppressant. I could snack right now. No, I'm just going to have a cigarette and I'll be fine, and I'll drink some more coffee. Or at least I know that that's what I would do, and I would just drink coffee all the time.
Coffee. I have an old lady face with all of these things. They just like, I like coffee. Makes me pee a lot or poop. One of those.
Coffee makes you
right. Yeah, coffee makes me poop. But then I just don't like the strong stuff behind it and the espresso shots and all that other. I don't like any of that. A caramel waffle cone frappuccino, extra caramel with shots of vanilla. Oh my God, that's an addiction. I'd do that. Some of that. Even the cute girl at Starbucks. I finally have a cute girl at Starbucks.
Awesome.
So yeah. Starbucks be hooking it up with the drugs. So cigarettes, no. Cigarettes only skinny versus cigs and beer. I just beer cider. I don't enjoy beer unless it's there's a certain beer that I had that tasted like Jolly Ranchers. Of course, it was from another country. But I don't know if it's a certain brand called Manic. I don't know, something like that. But it was delicious. I don't know anything about skinny cigarettes versus Americans fat ones. I don't know. And everyone that works at Starbucks are cute. Not everyone.
I think
so far, Ricky, yes. I have seen some
actually, my store is very attractive. One of my coworkers was saying the fact that she like went to 3 stores in like one day. She was like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for the most part, I feel like Starbucks is, I'm going to say this. It's almost kind of like, oh God, actually, no, I can't. It's a mix between Urban Outfitters and Abercrombie as the people who work there, because I've seen people, I know. I've gone to South Jersey and I've seen some like pretty, like Brooklyn, hipster looking people that work at Starbucks. And then I've gone up here and I've seen people that look like flower boys and flower girl model looking Starbucks people. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like all over the map.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
A lot of them are nice. Like they really do take the time to make your things right. Heck
yes. And speaking of Starbucks, I am filling out a form that way I can take a leave of absence. That way I can street perform more. Woo!
Yeah, I hope that goes well.
And I did it under the guise that like it's for my mental well-being, because it kind of is.
Oh shoot!
Like no, I'm serious. Like I've gone 4 years so far without doing any theater.
Wow.
And this is like my outlet. And considering the fact that I keep on trying to pack it in between this job and that job, I kind of need to make it a priority.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing is that I can honestly say that it's starting to get to the point where it's kind of affecting me. So I'm trying to make myself better.
No, I totally am about that. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah. Are there any of them? There's gotta be ones in Jersey, right? Unless you'd have to travel to New York.
Actually, there is a theater group in there's Spring Lake. If I wanted to, I could audition for some other stuff. But since I told myself, fun fact, NIGHTCAP, I told myself as well as my my professors and everybody that I wanted to pay off my student loans in half the amount of time. So I will. I've been making double payments since I get out of school, which at the end of so in a year from now it'll be 5 years. So I will actually be done paying off my student loans within less than a year. So I have my bachelor's as well as my cosmetology school. So I've just been buckling it down, but now that it's like the home stretch, I'm just totally been focusing. And I would love to do an improv group, but that requires a system of people, and because then if you do like an improv group, then you also want to do like competitions and stuff like that. But I have done improv, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work to do it well. Actually, funny enough, I now that I am at the home stretch, I'm trying to like do a lot more reading about theater. That way I can like once I'm like done, I can be like, boom, I'm ready, and then
you don't owe nobody nothing. Oh, I wish I was you, man. Oh my God. Yes. I didn't think of that.
Oh, about like paying double payments and then being able to be done sooner?
Yeah, like I avoided paying for like a good 2 year, a year and a half, 2 years, and then it was like, oh shoot, I gotta pay now.
Yeah, and that compound interest is gonna eat you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really so like, you know how like each year that you go to school, like you'll have like 1 or 2 loans each year, like
yeah.
So like at the end of your career, you'll have like 8 or 9 loans that you have to like pay back.
Yeah.
I only have 2 loans left.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Because I've only loaned, I think around. I think I loaned maybe 4 times.
Okay.
I think because I went to Brookdale for free, and then by the time I got up here, I did 2 years, so I feel like I loaned maybe 4 times. Dang. Oh man, I'm done. I really would just like a better job to be able to pay this stuff off. And then, speaking of adult things, I got kicked off my dad's insurance today or yesterday. No, yesterday.
Because you don't live at your parents' house?
No, because I'm 26 now.
Oh my gosh, that's the serious in the world. The moment that happened, I was like, I can't have cancer.
Yeah, like now I'm just I paid the first premium yesterday, so now it's June 1st, and I feel some type of way that I'm not under my parents' insurance anymore, and I have to pay my own insurance. Like, gross.
And I have a question: are you underinsured?
Am I underinsured?
Yeah.
Like, what is underinsured? What do you mean?
No, the drop-off point is 26, Mr. Rodney, and underinsured is when you have like the lowest possible in the amount of insurance that you could have.
Oh, no. I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I picked the middle.
Good. Work the middle.
I think it's what, a low premium. I don't know. My copay is $10, so I tried to make it as good enough. Like, it's kind of set up like how I was under my dad's insurance, but I'm paying for it this time.
Yeah.
My target pay, less than $200 a month. I can afford. I put $150. I can afford $150. So we'll see how that works. I definitely it's just weird. Because now if I ever go to the doctors again, I have to tell everyone I changed insurances. And it's just, it's like, it's almost like I got married. I'm going to change everything.
You know what? When I changed my insurance, guess what? For my health insurance, I have the highest deductibles I can have. I didn't really care. But for my car insurance, I have really good coverage though. Like I could hit a Lexus and I'd be good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just starting this new journey today, so I'm just like, oh God.
But you know what the good thing is? You know what the good thing is?
Well,
So like, God forbid, knock on wood, uh, um, is that like if something big happens to you for like a long period of time, like after you, or for me, after I pay the $6,000 deductible, then I'm like taken care of. So
you don't have to worry about nothing.
which is better than like if I didn't have insurance, then I would just be screwed.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that. I can't afford not to have insurance at this rate in my life.
Well, especially because if you don't have insurance, then they'll just make you feel comfortable and then let you die.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that. I'm not about that life. So I have to. I mean, I'm sucking it up. It's just I really wish I had a better job, like a better. I'm daring to dream. I definitely want to have a better career than this, like a better job than where I'm at right now. But I'm applying as we speak. Well, not like now, but after this, I'm applying. So
She is currently working on a job application right now.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because the last time I think we did the show. No. Besides me, the last time I was paying off credit. No, I see the word traffic. I was paying off traffic
bill.
ticket. Huh?
I was saying traffic bill.
Yeah, I was paying off a traffic bill and trying to figure out that nonsense. And I did call them, and they said that. Oh. They said that sometimes you can pay the bill, but you can pay the toll, but that doesn't mean like Easy Pass won't still take it from you, which is stupid.
Oh, I just showed Joy. There was like a Japanese like emoji thing where like you could put people's faces on like a thing and they would like dance around. So at work there's like a lady that is very religious and I made her into a stripper.
Karma.
It's awesome. Here, wait, I'll show it to you. I wasn't going to show it, but
Get it, girl.
Right? Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. See, this show used to have standards, okay?
She's working that pole and she's very athletic.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. And like it takes the person's face and it like maps it out to like I forget what it's called. It was very popular like a year and a half ago.
Did you ever show her? Because Rodney wants to know if did she get angry?
No, actually she said she's very religious, but she was like, I should send that to my husband.
Ooh. She ain't that religious if she got married, because
Yeah. She also has 2 kids, so at least twice.
That's a whole nother preach, raise your hands, because I hate when people are like, I'm so religious, but then they have 5 kids. Like, oh, okay.
No, well they have 2 kids.
True. Yeah, no. The 2 kids is fine. I just meant in general, like people
like when people have like 7 kids from 7 different husbands or 7 different like baby daddies.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
I believe the Lord is my savior. Like, okay, sure.
And it's a sin because you gay.
Yeah, like because you was making it rain, but you was clapping them cheeks in that bedroom. So don't even say any of them kids were a mistake. Like no, you enjoyed every drop of that peen. So get out of here.
Speaking of drip drop of the pain, my brother's baby is going to be born eventually.
Hey, when is he making his debut or her debut?
He is beginning of July, except for we think end of June. So probably around my birthday. Which Joy had a birthday. Happy birthday to Joy.
Thank you. And I wanted to mention, I'm like, I know your birthday's coming up. I was trying to make plans to hang out with friends, but life got in the way. So I definitely want to celebrate my birthday.
You wanted to? Okay, so I am okay. This segment is Mind Your Damn Business.
Amen.
And it is called, and this is for you, Joy.
Yes.
It is for you because you tried to get people to travel to Philly on Memorial Day weekend.
I clearly was not thinking.
You were not. I was like, as I looked at the thing, I was like, she is not minding her damn business because she doesn't even know what day it is. She doesn't even know traffic's going to be bad. Did you even go?
No, I canceled it.
Yeah, of course you canceled it because, like...
No, life got in the way, and I honestly didn't even care. Like, I didn't even care. There was no way that I thought that the Monday was going to be a problem until I tried to drive down to my house on Saturday, and I was like, oh, man, this is a mess. Like, this is insane.
Like, how did you not remember that, like, I don't know, Memorial Day weekend is, like, big for, like, New Jersey?
Not at all. Just didn't care because I was up here. And I was like, oh, you know, the only reason why I put it on Sunday was because I knew that was the last Sunday in May. And I was like, okay, people should be free on Sundays. Like, anybody going to church and stuff. Put it on Sunday. My friend texted me probably Thursday and was like, I don't know if I can go because it's Memorial Day weekend. And I was like, Memorial Day what does that have to do with Sunday? Like, what? And then I was like, oh, yeah.
And for our two wonderful watchers, just to let you know, in New Jersey, it is like, especially over by the shore, it's like a really big deal because everybody travels to like the area, and like it's a really big pain in the neck to like drive or to do anything because there's so many people. It's kind of like going to Florida in the wintertime. Well, I've never been to Florida, but I've heard that it's like Florida in the wintertime, that it's like on season. It's just it's terrible here. So so that was Memorial Day weekend is like the like first, like it's the unofficial start to summer in this area. So people that are not from the area are going to be here every single weekend until Labor Day.
And it's cray because it's just like, it's just New Jersey. Like it's really, I'm trying to get to Atlanta, trust me. It's just like, it's, you know, this is not Florida. This is not some type of California. It's just dirty Jersey. And then there's the boardwalk. And I'm not saying the boardwalk in Asbury Park. I'm talking about like the boardwalk in, you know, Seaside Heights and Point Pleasant, and you know, those places where there all those rides and stuff are. And I'm excited for the activities though. Like, I'm happy people are coming. But yeah, it sucks for the locals, for us locals, because Jesus, they can't drive.
Yeah. I believe that I can't believe it. It's already time. It's already time. So I'm going to spend my weekend going to a Hungarian festival, and then working. Pride is this weekend, so I'm going to street perform for Pride if it doesn't rain.
Pride's this weekend?
Pride is this weekend, gay people.
Is it free?
It is free to be on the boardwalk, but the event is, I think it's donation. It's a lot of fun, except for I always work Pride.
What do you do for I've never been to any Prides. So I don't. Oh.
I'm a statue, and I'm a statue on the boardwalk, and they're like, because last year I think there were like 20,000 people there, so I always street perform, you know, obviously, because when people are there, I am me. So
yeah, but I've never been to one, so that's why I'm like, what do you do? Like, do you just not use, but like, what do you do as someone that goes?
So there are like booths to like buy stuff that has rainbow crap on it. Or like or the bisexual flag crap on it, and then there are a whole bunch of people, like, basically, and then there are a whole bunch of people that are like looking at other people. They're like, I guess it's like an opportunity to like meet other gay people in case you're not out, or in case you're shy about like, oh well, so I don't know if so and so is gay, so I'm not going to hit on them. So it's like just a really good opportunity to be able to
talk to others around you.
Yes, and to not be worried about it. Like, it's so it's one of those things that it's just a great opportunity to just meet other people and to not be, basically, for that day, it's like the whole world is gay, and if you're there and if you're straight, like, you're not allowed to be like offended if somebody's like, hey, you want to go out? It's like
right,
basically the world is reversed. In my mind, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Like there's no reason. Yeah, that makes sense. And
because if you're there, you're an ally. So like, it's not like it's like a big deal anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Rodney asked if anyone groped me while I was a statue, and yes, that has happened, as well as
I was gonna say
somebody groped me while I was working as a statue. Yes.
as well as what?
As well as somebody once pushed me over because they thought that I was fake. And then immediately he was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry." Like, it was so funny though.
Wait, so what? Wait, what about the person groping you? Like, what the hell is that about?
Like they like goosed me. They like walked by and they were like, "Brr."
Like they touch your butt?
Yeah.
You had a cute butt though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, you also saw it without any underwear on it either.
Yeah, I did. Not the front part, but just like
Joy saw me naked, and she actually saw me completely naked, but I was covering myself because I didn't want to hurt her sensitive eyes.
Yeah, and I'm wearing 4 eyes today because I was trying to look and I didn't see nothing. So
she was like basically it was like Looney Tunes. Like her eyes were like "Brr," when she saw the fact that I was like naked, but like I wouldn't show her the goods.
Yeah, that's how I guess I can confirm in confirming this that I am not gay, or I just really like penis. Like I can't help.
See,
no matter who you are.
I could see you being with like a transgendered a
transgender man,
a woman,
transgender woman,
like somebody that that's a woman but has a penis. You know, like has a chest. You know, has a chest, but also has a penis.
I don't know. That confuses me.
It has all the best parts that you like.
You know what? Yeah. I guess right. I guess you're right.
Right?
Because like when I would see it in porn, I'd be so confused. I'd be like, wait a minute, but.
Just think about it. Just take a second, and it's all the parts that you like.
On one person.
On one person. And you don't have to feel bad or judgmental. And that person also would be very happy to meet somebody that likes both of those parts.
True.
But
definitely not a butch woman. I would not like a butch woman.
No. But it wouldn't.
No, only because woman. Rodney. Only because Rodney. No, thank you. But I have friends, but like I'm not really into like they're cool friends, but I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't know.
Joy, that's because in Joy's mind, like she is the butch woman, like.
Yeah, in my mind, I have to have the dominating kind of personality, even though in real life I am just like
she's
the most awkward person.
Joy is like the cutest thing in real life. We could talk like this forever, but I have to go to bed.
True, yeah, I gotta go to sleep too. You're right, but thank you.
All right, so her name is Joy Infinity, and beyond.
And I just passed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That is amazing. I love hearing that. And all of the 2 viewers at NIGHTCAP are all subscribed to you. So good job.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And I just need to let you guys know that I hit a landmark as well. I am at 29 subscribers.
You about to hit that 30 mark, G? Yes.
Yeah, except for it's probably gonna take another 2 months for me to hit 30, but we are gonna wait. In fact, that is gonna be my next thing. I'm going to have a celebration, a live stream celebration when I hit 30. Hey. My witness, and if I don't, then all 4 of us get free coffee from me if I don't do that when I hit 30.
I still have to get a thing because there's no rule to this. It's just like, oh, cool. Like, I don't know. Good.
Well, you have 1,020.
You're right.
You have 1,022.
See, I don't even know how many. Okay, so 1,022 people evening, but I got to make a video for them.
Yeah, you should do a video where
I'll make it.
You should do like a fake burlesque one, and then you'll get like a million views. Yeah, where you're like,
Thank you so much. So muchy.
Yeah. And you know what's sad? People would be like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And then they'll be like, she's
such a great person.
And then they'll be like, she's a faker. She doesn't really like that music.
Right. Ugh.
All right.
So much lies.
And this has been Nightcap. And a happy midnight to you. And I have outro music, but I'm like, come on, system. System, don't fail me. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Rodney, as well as Mr. Jim. You're awesome.
Thank you guys for coming to Nightcap. Yes. He's got the greatest ideas. Yo, Rodney, hit me up.
See, oh man. I totally agree. I love me some Metal Gear.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Good night. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. We appreciate
awesome.
it.
So much. Awesome.